All right, let's jump right in. We're talking about something that feels like it's straight out of a movie, but it's happening right now. AI, and how it's becoming a go-to tool for criminals. And you'll never guess where our story begins.
So let me ask you this. What on earth could a deli hoax in Ohio have in common with a massive $25 million global heist? It sounds impossible, right? But the answer is AI. And this connection, well, it tells us everything we need to know about the wild new world we're living in.
Okay, so let's start small. Let's go to that deli in Ohio. On the surface, this story seems almost silly, but trust me, it's the perfect example of just how easy and dangerous these new AI tools really are. So get this, the whole thing was shockingly simple. Two employees supposedly just fired up a normal everyday AI image generator. They typed in a prompt and poof, they had a fake image that looked like a real-time security feed of a robbery in progress. They texted it to the owner who, completely panicked, called 911. Next thing you know, you've got a massive police response, a whole swatting situation, all because of a picture someone made in a few minutes with basically zero technical skill. Just wow.
That prank wasn't just a prank. It tied up real emergency services. But here's the kicker. The exact same basic idea, using AI to whip up a convincing fake to make someone panic and do something, is being used for so much more. We're not talking about wasting police time anymore. We're talking about stealing millions, like $25 million.
So let's scale this up. We're going to go from a local prank to a full-blown global crime wave. The method is pretty much the same, but the amount of money on the line, it's just on another level entirely.
I mean, just look at these cases. You've got a finance employee in Hong Kong on a video call with his CFO and other top execs. He transfers $25 million because they told him to. The only problem? Everyone on that call, besides him, was a deep fake. A totally fake video conference. Then there's a British engineering company, Arup, that lost over $25 million in a nearly identical scam. And of course, you've probably seen those fake Elon Musk videos trying to get you to invest in some crypto scheme. This isn't child's play anymore. These are meticulously planned, high-tech bank heists. And it's not just about the money, which is scary enough. This stuff is being used to mess with our society in some pretty fundamental ways. You've got AI voice clones of presidents trying to tell people not to vote. A school principal's career was almost destroyed by a fake audio recording of him saying horrible things. Then you have the absolutely terrifying grandparent scams, where they clone a grandchild's voice, call grandma, and pretend they've been kidnapped. And on top of all that, AI chatbots are now able to run romance scams on dozens of people at once, 24/7, without ever getting tired. It's an assault on trust itself.
So what's the big picture here? What connects that little deli hoax to a fake presidential robocall? It's this. AI isn't really inventing new crimes. What it's doing is taking old, familiar crimes, fraud, slander, extortion, and putting them on steroids.
The term for this is a force multiplier, and it's the perfect way to describe it. AI basically lowers the bar for being a really effective criminal. It makes it super easy for anyone to create incredibly convincing fakes. It lets a single scammer do the work of a huge team. It's all about making crime easier, more scalable, and a whole lot more believable.
Think about it like this. You know those old scam emails you used to get? The ones with terrible grammar and spelling mistakes? Those were pretty easy to spot. Well, those days are over. Now, with AI, a scammer can send out millions of perfectly written, personalized, professional-looking emails that are almost impossible to tell from the real thing. It's a total game changer, and it means we all have to be way more careful.
Okay, I know this all sounds pretty bleak, but it's not hopeless, not at all. There is a way to fight back, and it's not some magic bullet. It's a smart three-part strategy.
So what's the plan? Well, it's a unified strategy. First, we need a technical fix, a way to spot the fakes. Second, a human fix. That's on us. We have to get smarter. And third, a policy fix. We need rules for the people making these tools. None of these works on its own, but together, they're a really strong defense.
All right, pillar number one, the technical fix. The big idea here is to make AI content traceable. Imagine if every photo or audio clip made by an AI had a sort of invisible digital watermark embedded in it. A tool could then scan it and instantly tell you, hey, this was made by an AI. It's all about building a system to prove where content actually comes from.
Pillar 2 is the human fix. And honestly, this might be the most important one. It's all about us. It comes down to a simple 3-step habit. 1, you get that frantic text or call. 2, you have to pause. Just stop. Take a breath. Your immediate emotional reaction is what they're counting on. Don't give it to them. And 3, verify. Call the person back on a number you already have saved for them. Or, even better, have a secret code word or phrase with your family. Something silly only you would know. It sounds simple, but it works.
And that brings us to our third pillar, policy. Look, the companies creating these super powerful AI models have to be part of the solution. It's about accountability. They need to build safety features in from the very beginning, what's called secure by design. The goal is to make it much, much harder for criminals to abuse these tools in the first place.
So when you put it all together, the tech, the policy, it's a great start. But the real takeaway here, the thing I really want you to remember, is that the final line of defense, it's you, it's us.
This quote just nails it. The human firewall is the last, most reliable line of defense. Because at the end of the day, technology is always going to be a cat-and-mouse game. But that moment where you decide to be a little skeptical, to just pause and double-check, that's the one thing a scammer's algorithm can't defeat.
And that really leaves us with a huge question to think about, doesn't it? In a world where AI can create a perfect fake of anything, a voice, a video, a picture, what does proof even mean anymore? How do we know what's real? It's a challenge we're all going to have to figure out together. Thanks so much for joining me.